If Sunday worship is biblical, why can't you find it in the Bible? Let's ask a serious question, one that cuts through tradition, denomination, and centuries of religious practice. If Sunday worship is biblical, why can't you find it in the Bible? Billions of Christians around the world gather on Sunday believing they are honoring God. But have you ever stopped to ask, where in Scripture did God ever command Sunday as a day of worship? The answer? Nowhere. From Genesis to Revelation, there is not a single verse that says God changed the day of worship from the seventh day, the Sabbath, to the first day of the week, Sunday. Not one. God commanded in Exodus 20:8-11, "Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. The seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God." This commandment was written by God himself, not spoken, not suggested, but engraved in stone by the very finger of the Almighty. It wasn't just for the Jews. The Sabbath was established at creation. Genesis chapter 2-3 tells us that God rested on the seventh day, blessed it, and sanctified it long before the existence of Israel or the giving of the law at Mount Sinai. Jesus kept the Sabbath. Luke 4:16 says, as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day. He didn't abolish the Sabbath, he honored it. He is Lord of it. The apostles kept the Sabbath. Acts 17:2 and Acts 18:4 clearly show Paul teaching in the synagogue on the Sabbath, not just to Jews, but to Gentiles as well. So again, if Sunday is now the new holy day, where is the verse? Where does Jesus command it? Where do the apostles teach it? Where is the instruction, from now on, worship on the first day of the week? You won't find it, because it's not there. Instead, what you will find is this. Sunday worship came from Rome, not the Bible. In 321 AD, Emperor Constantine, who was still a sun worshipper, issued a civil decree making Sunday the official day of rest, calling it the Venerable Day of the Sun. This was a political and religious compromise, blending paganism with Christianity. Later, the Roman Catholic Church openly admitted it changed the day of worship from Sabbath to Sunday, not by God's authority, but by its own. Catholic sources even challenge Protestants, saying, "You claim to follow the Bible only, yet you keep Sunday, a tradition we gave you." Think about that. Millions of sincere Christians unknowingly follow a day that has no biblical authority. Pastors preach it, churches promote it, but no one can show you the verse. Some argue, but Jesus rose on Sunday. True, but rising on a day doesn't make it holy. Baptism is the symbol we were given to honor his death and resurrection, not the changing of God's eternal law. Others say, we worship God every day. And yes, we should, but God didn't bless every day. He only sanctified the seventh. If Sunday worship is biblical, show us the command. Not a tradition, not an example, a command from the mouth of God. Until then, we must face this truth. Sunday worship is not from the Bible. It's from man. The Sabbath was never changed by Christ. It was never cancelled by the apostles. And it will never be erased by tradition. Revelation 14:12 describes God's faithful people as those who keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. If that's your desire, then it's time to return to the day God blessed. The question remains, if Sunday worship is biblical, why can't you find it in the Bible? The earth will tremble as Sunday worship is erased in the Last Judgment.